Zombie Popcorn, the official podcast of MarsCon 2012. It is Friday the 13th. Intros and interviews.
Hello, hello. Okay, can you hear me?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so we're here at the opening ceremonies at MarsCon. It is like, we drove up today, and we got here about 5, and there's champagne popping, people celebrating. This is kicking it off.
Yeah, guys singing, and I hear somebody open up champagne bottles, so
Yep.
I am excited about that.
There's a lot of people here already just starting it off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good crowd,
Yeah.
Next guy in costume, I'm going to drag him over here.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in costumes. There's a lot of the theme this year is, this end of the world.
Yeah.
And but a lot of people took the zombie aspect side of it.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of zombies walking around. But they're doing zombie makeup in the lobby.
Yeah. There is a lot of that, definitely. So yeah, there's a lot of people. What? Come get one.
Whatever, man. Hey, we're recording a podcast of the whole con.
Oh, I gotta go register first.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's us.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey, Adam. What's up? I'm Bob.
Nice to meet you.
how you doing?
I'm judging a pun competition.
Oh, right on.
yeah.
How's that going on?
Well, come talk to us.
Yeah. Hey, so my name's Adam, and I'm one of the judges for the pun competition at 7 o'clock in the bar. Which, because you're on the radio here, you don't see. I actually have a foam hammer with me, which I've dubbed the Punisher. Which, if anyone makes an absolutely awful joke, I'm going to beat them with it.
That's pretty good.
The pun competition has been a long tradition for MarsCon.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Actually, no. This is my first year judging. I've been helping MarsCon for the past couple of years, a lot in the entertainment department, but this is my first year actually judging with the pun competition. I do know that the format for it, it's going to be a triple elimination thing. It's gonna, the first round, I think, is to figure out if you can tell a joke or not. The second round is going to be topical jokes, and then the third round is the final elimination of are you better than everyone else.
So the topical jokes is where you rub it on yourself?
Yes.
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 You're in the spirit of it already.
I mean, if you want to join in, if you're
God,
down
there's so
for
many grown
joining in on
moments.
this, I'm sure we'd love to have you. It's at 7 o'clock at the bar.
You'll make a showing.
And actually, my phone is buzzing. I think it's now call time for me. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, hopefully MarsCon people will show up.
All right, hey, brother, let me get a picture for our site.
Do it. Yeah, sure.
With the hammer.
Excellent.
Right on, man. Thanks.
Thanks so much,
hey,
Adam.
We'll catch you
see
up.
you.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Later.
How are you?
How are you, sir? Here, have a laminate.
He's got
you got one?
He's got one? Yep. What are you here for? Your staff.
You're the Queen's consort.
Yes.
How'd you get that job?
Well, I am getting married to she who must be obeyed. Actually, it's she who I must obey, but she kind of handles a lot of the stuff around here, and I'm getting married to her, so.
Right on. That's why I'm still single.
Yeah. I know a lot of single people that wish they were married.
Take it easy, sir.
Thanks.
I don't want to just call him the Queen's consort. I'm going to call him Steve.
You're going to call him Steve? Well, right now they are giving away, or not giving away, but talking about the programs that are coming up, and there's a lot of them. Like tonight, there is, as we talked to Adam about the pun contest, and we may swing by there and talk to that.
Hey, I'm going to grab us some champagne. I'll be right back.
I don't want any. I don't drink champagne.
You don't drink champagne?
I don't like the taste of it.
Yeah.
So
I'll have yours.
All right, good, 2 of them. You got to untangle yourself from the headphones first.
Yeah.
You're already drunk.
I know, right? No, I'm actually not. Woo! Woohoo! So here comes the zombie eating nachos,
I see
which
that.
is awesome. Yeah. Here, bud, have a laminate. Right on. What's your name? Mike? I'm well.
Jason.
There you go.
Jason and
Bob.
Bob, good to meet you guys.
Yeah, we're recording a podcast for the whole con.
I noticed, I saw. It's a neat little task cam you got there.
Thank you. So, what brings you here?
I'm one of the musical guests.
Oh, yes. What band?
Yeah. I'm actually one of the few geek comedians who does nearly completely all original songs, musical comedy.
What are you going on?
I'm going to be in the Filk-Off here in just a minute, and then I'll be on at 11 o'clock tonight, and then again on at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And tomorrow I will be inebriated.
Me too. I hope so. Right on, man. Good luck in the Filk-Off.
Hey, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah.
Right on, brother.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Jason. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Thank
I'm
you,
Bob.
Neil.
There you go, Neil. Here's the microphone.
So, how's it turning out for you so far this year?
I think we're really starting to settle into what's going to be a great con. We've got people starting to fill the place up and all kinds of events coming up, so I think we're going to have a really great time.
Yeah, the opening ceremonies were great. I like the comedy singers with the gaming slant to it. That was a lot of fun.
Yep. We have a great lineup of music this year, and those guys are always a lot of fun for people who go out and catch them. So,
Excellent. Well, we look forward to it, and we'll definitely catch up with you later.
all right, very good. Come out and see us.
Okay, I'm sure you'll see us around, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you want to head over to the zombie makeup and talk to somebody over there doing the makeup?
Yes, I do.
Well, let's do that.
We're in the zombie makeup room, and we're talking with. Sorry, what's your name?
Sami.
Sami has got some kick-ass zombie makeup going on here.
Thank you.
It's really, really good, and she's sorry, and we're applying some zombie makeup to one of the con attendees. What's your name, sir?
James.
James. And Sam, you're doing a bang-up job here. So this isn't a hobby that you just sort of like walk into. How did you get to start doing this?
I started working for an art company called Kamans Art Shops. I work at Busch Gardens, and I started out doing portraits and then really realized that I enjoyed body art much more. So for the past 7 years, I've been working doing face painting and body art.
I bet you make a lot of moms really happy.
I do.
With the face paint you've got going on today.
I'm very popular at Halloween.
I'll bet. Oh my gosh, this really looks great. So you guys going to be here all day? Have you been doing this all day?
We started at 5. We're starting a panel in a few minutes at 7, but there'll be more face painting throughout the con.
Right on.
So what is the panel about?
The panel is about makeup application and different techniques, different products that you use, different ways to do zombie makeup. So it should be pretty cool. Looks like we got a lot of talented people here. So.
Can you tell us about the people who are going to be on the panel with you?
We've actually never met before. We kind of all got thrown in together, but I'm sure that they're going to have a lot of interesting techniques because everybody's different. So I think it'll be interesting to learn how other people do their makeup.
So if there's somebody who just wants to begin learning how to apply makeup, what would be the simplest way for them just to play around with?
I would start thinking about looking up different brands. I use a face paint called Wolf Brothers, and it's really good because it's based with water, so it's easy on the skin, it doesn't irritate the skin, and it washes off easy with soap and water. But you can definitely look up other brands, like Snazaroo has really good paint, Paradise Body Paint is really good, and most of these companies offer sample palettes so that you don't have to buy a huge set, so you can play around with a sample palette.
So going to the Halloween store on Halloween and picking up the variety pack would probably not give
Yeah, you just want to make sure you don't have a real greasy paint because that tends to run. You want to look for water-based paint because that's the safest on your skin.
All right, very good, very good. Well, you're doing excellent work. I'm sure you're going to be very happy, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Hey, thanks for giving us the time. Thanks. Here, grab a microphone, wait. So we're Zombie Popcorn. We're doing a whole podcast of the entire con.
Okay.
And so we're just trying to get as many interviews with people we can. You're here doing makeup?
Yeah, I am actually a professional special effects makeup artist. I studied under guys like Tom Savini, Dick Smith, Jerry Gergley. I've had movies that have gone to Screamfest in Los Angeles, the Cannes Film Festival.
Right on. So are you local here?
I was actually born in Williamsburg. I grew up in West Point. I've traveled. I've lived around. I live out in Middlesex County right now.
Right on.
I do a lot of work in haunted houses. And
again, very popular at Halloween.
Yeah, very popular at Halloween.
And I'm sure everybody at Halloween is like, oh, God, I'm so busy. You're like, shut up. You don't even know.
Halloween is, my time. I stay busy. Sometimes on haunts I'll work more than 100 hours a week. And I love it. I can't get enough.
Well, so how do you get into this gig? Because I always thought this would be like the coolest job ever.
Years ago, I went down to Dragon Con in
Atlanta,
and I met Tom Savini, and I talked to him, Spat, and Rob Fitz, and some of the other guys in the industry, and they were like, you got some good ideas. You ought to try to get into it. And I told them I didn't even know where to begin. Well, Tom has a school, and I had just bought a house and had a job I was into, and a couple of years later, things kind of went south. I went checked the school out, liked what I saw, came back, sold my place, reinvented myself, and moved to Pennsylvania.
Right on.
Learned it.
Well, that's awesome. That's really cool. Like I said, this sounds like a dream job. I mean, what could be more fun than doing monster effects?
It gets interesting.
Yeah?
I get calls from a lot of local producers, and they're like, so I want to put a needle in the back of somebody's head. Can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
Or I worked on a short film recently for the James River Film Festival, and I got a call on Thursday. They were filming on Friday. It was right before Hurricane Irene, and they wanted me to skin somebody's leg with a potato peeler. And they asked, how many weeks do you need to prepare for that? And I'm like, when are you shooting? Well, we wanted to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's fine.
So what's the most bizarre thing that you had to do?
The most bizarre thing so far, oh, God. Probably the most surreal, I had to do zombie makeup for a music video in Pittsburgh, which was filmed in Homewood Cemetery for a Christian punk band. And no matter how I turn that, I can't make it fit.
So it looked like Jesus.
I don't know. So the name of the band was Last Hope. I haven't seen the video.
That's awesome. That's great.
So if there's people who are listening who want to jump into special effects makeup, what would you...
Well, one of the guys I studied under, Jerry Gergley, said that makeup is makeup. It doesn't matter what you use, it's what you do with it. If you really want to get into it, start sculpting. Just pick it up, and don't try to sculpt a monster or a big creature. Sculpt a nose, or an eye, or an ear. You don't think of how obvious that would be, but you need to start with the basics before you learn to change it.
So it's just it gets you the basics of knowing how the body...
Yeah, learn the human body, learn anatomy, learn the muscular structures and the skeletal structures. If you're looking to go to a school, there's Douglas Education Center in Pittsburgh, or up near Pittsburgh in Monessen. That school is different from most because when you get out, you actually have a degree. There's Joe Belasco's school. He has one in California. He has one in Florida. There's the Academy in California. There's another one I don't know the name of that's in Vancouver. A friend of mine is going up there. So there are schools you can go to learn it. You can also do the Dick Smith course, which is correspondence, so you have to be self-motivated. But if you succeed in that program and get a certificate from Dick Smith, you are pretty well guaranteed a job in any shop in the world.
Wow.
Huh.
I mean, Dick Smith was the godfather of the effects industry. He did The Exorcist, The Godfather. He was the first staff makeup artist at NBC. He's won Academy Awards for old age makeup. Wow. And, his work is nothing short of flawless.
Yeah.
Well, what have you worked on so we can find it?
I've worked on a bunch of low-budget, small films, music
Those
videos.
are the best kind.
One of my favorite was Keepsake with Stormcatcher Films in Richmond. It premiered at Screamfest. It showed its first on-screen premiere was at Mann's Theater. So same place Star Wars got its debut.
Right.
Dimension Extreme approached him about purchasing for distribution, and Lionsgate and a couple others. And I'm not sure which one said it, but they were like, we want to buy it, but we have to tone down the gore. It's too realistic.
And you're like, yes.
You did too good a job.
Yeah.
So I have this thing in my head where I was like, if I were into makeup and I knew how to do all these things and I knew what to do, I would just show up at a party with a 5-gallon bucket of fake blood and just go to town.
Yeah, I was going down to work on a movie in Roanoke when I was living in Pennsylvania, and I got pulled over by the police. And I had a 5-gallon bucket labeled blood. I had a box that said arms. And like 4 cops showed up. They wanted to know how many guns I had in the box. And I'm like, not guns, left and right. I had containers with 3 different kinds of white powder. And I'm like, you don't want to lick or snort them. One of them will ruin your whole life. Crazy.
Well, it looks like it's getting 7 o'clock. You're about to start a panel. Is there a website people can look you up? Or
not right now. I'm working on getting one up. But, my email address is nightlifefx@gmail.com. It's all one word. Feel free to write me. I do answer questions. I'm not one of these people that hoards my knowledge. So,
well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Yeah,
your
you've been
panel.
very generous.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Good luck with the con, Wade.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, right, so we're just, in the random lobby at MarsCon, and you are without a doubt one of the best steampunk costumes I've seen ever live up close for real.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is David Lee.
David?
And my steampunk company is Hat and Cross Steampunk.
Oh, right. So this is like a business for you, too.
Well, it's a hobby turned business.
That's the best kind.
It is. It was an excuse to, keep making the things in my garage and sell them.
Right on. So these are all homemade?
Yes, I've made everything.
Very good. Yeah, what's your website?
hcsteam.net.
Nice. Man, you're totally getting a picture. Like, I have one of these Tesla balls at home, and but I would not have thought to put it where you got it going.
Yeah, I built this gun just so I could use the plasma ball, and I built a jetpack around another one that was in the shape of a heart. And so I use the joke that it's the heart of the power source.
Oh, nice.
So for our listeners that can't see this, kind of describe everything. You have the Tesla ball. You have a cell phone type. Just kind of run down everything and give a description of it.
Yeah. Best thing is to go to my website and click on the Facebook link, because I'll do my best. So if you imagine about a 1.5 foot, almost 2 foot long brass candlestick that's got a lot of shape to it. At the largest end of it, the base, is the back of the gun, where I have mounted a plasma ball that I picked up at Edmund Scientific's webpage. Runs on 4 AA batteries for pretty much the length of a convention. I have naturally a PSI gauge mounted to it. I have a copper refrigerator tube that is bent in a spiral shape with some rubber hosing and a plastic party favor light changing ring at the end. And then the handle is a coat rack mounted, and then the second handle for the front of it is a doorstop.
Nice. Does it make sounds?
It does. One of the things that I do a lot of projects with, like my friends' kids or my own daughter, and I try to get them thinking about reusing things. My own philosophy is called green steam. The bulk of it has to be from a flea market, thrift store,
Right.
And so this is a Hallmark card where you can record your own message. And if you got the electronics out of it, it's really not a lot to it, and it kind of looks neat. And then you can record your own message, which in this case I recorded from the internet a free ray gun sound. Unfortunately, it's not very loud, and it sounds more like a flushing toilet. But
can we hear it?
Let's give it a whirl, man. I want to hear it.
you. So there's the
It
toilet.
sounds like a somebody with issues on it.
Yes, it's a messy toilet flush.
Well, how about the cell phone gadget on your wrist? That's really cool too. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I pondered a long time about how to attach my cell phone so that it would visibly be my cell phone and I could still use it. And a lot of cell phones will have a two-part protective case for it. So one part snaps to the phone, the other part is a cover.
Right.
Well, you can take what I did for my Droid and the protective cover that it slides into, I riveted that to a leather bracer that I added watch broken clock, brass pieces, all kinds of good stuff. And then the phone slides in and out relatively easy because it's in backwards, so it provides some resistance, so it holds it in there for pretty well.
Wow,
and
it
you
looks
can do a little
great,
Dick Tracy
man.
too. If you have a newer Droid or an iPhone that you can do video Skyping with, then you could do that.
Nice. It's like the Dick Tracy
yes, communications
watch phone, the video watch. That was great. That's awesome.
Yeah,
man. So how do you fall into something like this? Where do you like just something you just started doing, or?
I don't know how I started. I just had a lot of fun seeing people make these stuff,
right?
These things, and I like the Victorian aesthetic with top hats and ascots and spats, but then kind of going crazy, adding strange leather and brass armor and tubes and looking half mechanical or powered, and I don't know. I fell head over heels. Psychotic with it, and just.
Well, you're doing a bang-up job. You really are.
If you check out the art show, I have a bunch of pieces in there.
All right, we'll give that a look.
And the steampunk Darth Vader costume that I've put together that's pretty intense.
All right, very cool. I'm looking forward to it.
When you're fully suited up, we'll find you again. And
okay.
We'll come check out your art.
And then you'll get a very muffled Darth Vader interview.
And that'd be good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh my God, this is awesome!
Holy shit! Yeah, I'm having a fucking great time, man. This is really a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I can't help myself. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
It is. We've been here since 5 o'clock. Well, I've been here since 5 o'clock, and it is now 9 o'clock. And we've interviewed so many people. We've met so many wonderful people. It just does not stop. And this is just the first day. We haven't even done our first panel yet.
Yeah, I know. Our first panel is like in an hour or so.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's really been a lot of fun. And I really do like that. I think there's like people out there like all we got to do is put a microphone in front of them and they want to talk.
Yeah, I mean the guy with the steampunk stuff. Awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was great. And there's a lot of really good cosplay going on. I'm looking forward to tomorrow
when everyone is full force.
I really dig the zombie makeup people.
Yeah,
they were super nice, super very cool. I haven't had a chance to go into like the dealers' rooms to see all the stuff that was there, but I'm really I don't know what it is about it, but I have to resist the temptation to buy a sword.
No, buy a sword.
I don't
Why
know
don't you get the mace?
That I might need one
next year for Survive Norfolk.
Right? Yeah. I was thinking too when the panel starts, when they do the introductions, I'm going to introduce myself as the two-time Survive Norfolk sub 3-minute casualty.
Are you talking about for this next panel or for the Surviving the Apocalypse?
Whatever the apocalypse. Whenever it seems appropriate, if I can get it in there. You're just going to say it all the time.
That's awesome. No, it's been great. We were here last year. Whitney and I were here last year and did the Survive Norfolk panel, and it was so awesome. We were only there for we came in a little bit early, did the panel, and then left to go home.
Right.
And just that short amount of time, where I was just like, these are our people. I mean,
these are our people. I feel my people.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's really it's a lot of fun. I really like the vibe that's going on here. I like what they have going on in the bar area, in the dealer's room. Just everywhere you go, it's just a very, very cool thing happening.
You haven't seen the role-playing game area yet.
Well, that'll be tomorrow.
But it's set up
Gaming
tonight.
area starts tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's already set up tonight. People are in there.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Look, I got a bag of D20s. I am ready. I brought my own dice. I'm not even joking.
I wonder if we can sit in and do some recording on that.
When we do the whenever gaming I'm into, I'm gonna try and get involved in some gaming tomorrow. I'll try and record it and see what happens.
Awesome. I mean, we're sitting in the hotel right now just because we had to take a break because we've been running since we got here. I mean, what I love about this is not only just the panels. The panels have been great, and if you've been listening to the podcast up to now, you've heard some pretty good stuff, and you've heard good interviews, and you felt the positive energy on it. But what I really, really like, one of my favorite things about this is the fact that we can just walk down the hallway, grab somebody, and go, talk to us. And they have some crazy story for us. They have something that's just amazing. There's like
no shortage of people wanting to say shit.
Yeah. It's like that lady that came up to us when we were tearing down from the opening panel. I wish we were to record it, but we had to get somewhere quick. She's talking about how she was friends with somebody from the original Night of the Living Dead movie.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I was like, I want to record you. I want to talk to you, but I can't.
Yeah. Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Yeah. But it's awesome. But I know the guy that introduced us to her, so I will find him when we have another downtime and see if I can get her to tell her story because it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just so random, too, because on top of having this woman, she's somebody's grandma. Tell us a story about, having friends that were in Night of the Living Dead. We're about to go interview somebody from Germany that's trying to bring belly dancing.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
I don't even.
I'm gonna go talk to her because she was like all like zombied out and kind of hot. So just saying.
So you're like, checklist, check. All right, we're gonna interview you. I'm not even gonna listen.
Yeah, right.
No,
that's not. It's just, I'm just saying, like, when she, somebody that want, I could listen to a pretty girl talk, or someone else. I don't know. You pick.
So right now, you're showing the epitome of being nerd. Is like, pretty girl wants to talk to me. Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of how I am right now. Right. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay.
Pretty girl wants to talk to me.
No, it's funny. So, in probably about 45 minutes, they're actually doing a show, which I got to take the video camera down. So that segment will be a video podcast, a vidcast, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, if we get some video of that'd be great.
Yeah, and we'll talk to her and find out what she's about. And then after that, we are doing...
I bet she's a big bucket of crazy, but I don't care.
We'll soon find out.
We'll find out, right.
Yeah. So it'll be awesome.
But you know what? Actually, most people here, right? And when I say big bucket of crazy, like I mean that sort of affectionately because really we're all kind of crazy.
We're sitting in a hotel room with all this alcohol, and
no, what I mean is like, okay, the steampunk guy. What was his name? I forget his name.
You're supposed to write this stuff down. You know that, right? Oh, now he leaves to go grab his list.
The guy from Steampunk that was for the Hat and Cross Steampunk guy, and he said his name, and we'll come back to it. Like,
yeah, we're gonna feature him.
He was way cool, but when you do that amount of work, when you put that amount of effort into something, it's a little bit obsessive. It's a little bit crazy, but that's the kind of crazy I love.
That's what's awesome.
That's what makes the world go round, right? That's what makes the ride interesting.
Yeah.
And right, and I agree. We need more people like that guy.
Well, that's what I love about MarsCon is because there are more people like that guy here, and this is not a place. A lot of people, like, say, for example, if you go to the mall, there's people always like, people are going to make fun of me. I'm going to make fun of people. Whatever. You come here, and it's seriously like a family. There's every single person here right now and tomorrow and Sunday they share one thing in common. They were all having a good time.
I saw him putting on his steampunk Darth Vader.
Oh,
outfit.
you saw that?
It was pretty fucking cool.
Is it?
Yeah. So the thing is, right? That guy walks down the mall as the steampunk Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And if he's in MacArthur Center Mall, there's probably 9 out of 10 people are like, what the fuck is up with that guy? Here. 9 out of 10 people, 100% of those people are like, that is fucking cool. That is awesome. That guy rocks.
And that is what makes MarsCon, and I guess any other con, awesome. Yeah. Because it becomes a family. It's all right.
Well, it is a fan base thing, man. You're either a fan or you're not. You either get it or you don't.
Yeah.
And that guy gets it. That guy he's in it. He's in it 110%. And that is awesome.
It is awesome.
Great.
Yep.
And I see we've seen a lot of like cool zombie costumes. Did you see the one guy that they're in the I think they're in the bar now, and they're posing for pictures with people, but they look like a wedding couple.
No, I haven't seen
that
them.
are all zombied out. And he's got like forks and knives stuck all over his jacket, like forks and like cutlery is all stuck in him. It's really good looking.
That's good. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it's also a cool environment where like you could ask somebody like, "Hey, do you mind if I take a picture?" And they're like,
and they take off their clothes.
No, no, I want you to take my
Yeah.
picture.
It's like that when we were interviewing the steampunk guy. He after the mic was off, he was like, if I came here
and didn't get
noticed, that would be bad.
Yeah. Right. No, yeah, I'm all about it. I'm like, yeah, dude, you're walking around to get noticed, successfully so.
Yeah, and we have to send all these photos of the cosplay and all the steampunk to Erin Fitzgerald because we told her that we would send her the photos because she's really big into cosplay stuff. She's not big into it.
They have a charity auction where people were donating things, and there was a Monster High bag that they were auctioning off,
which is awesome.
I thought for a second it was Abby Abominable, but it was Frankie Stein. So
either way,
I thought it was Aaron's character, but it was Frankie.
Yeah,
but I bet Aaron knows her and is just happy for her to be out there.
Totally. Miley just texted me. She goes, "Are people wearing your lanyards?" And yes, they are.
Yeah, because I'm putting them around people's necks whether they like it or not.
No, I left a huge pile in registration, and people were picking them up there. I've seen a lot of people wear them.
Right on.
Which is great. I'm happy about that.
I got mine.
Yeah.
I think the real test is going to be like tomorrow when we run out, and then people are like, "Do you have lanyards?" No. No, we don't.
Yeah, we don't. Go beat up somebody.
You're gonna have to like fight somebody for one.
But I have a secret weapon. The one I have on that I'm wearing, that's mine, it's an extra.
Ooh.
So if somebody really wants one, I will give it to them.
I'd do it too. I'd give somebody mine too. Like if it was really, really, if they wanted it.
I love how accepting they are of us and how everything is just awesome.
So did you see all the little kids that were down in the room for Whitney's zombie game?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was pretty cool. That was a good turnout. We'll have to catch.
You got tagged when you were trying to help me carry.
I know. I was like, I'm not playing.
We were walking out. There was a panel that we recorded right before Whitney's panel, and we were carrying the gear out. And it's a game similar to Survive Norfolk, but on a very, very much smaller scale. And Bob was carrying the stuff, and somebody tagged him, and he's like, "I'm just carrying stuff."
I'm not playing.
It's like when you play Survive Norfolk, you're out quick. You walk in the room to carry shit out.
Right, par for the course. Right, that's exactly par for the course. That's how it goes for me.
Yeah. It's awesome. That's great.
But she had a pretty good turnout. I mean,
she did.
But I think that's an interesting idea that she's out there, doing like zombie themed little, games for little kids. Like, so that you say it's a family, right? Families have kids.
Yeah.
So there's something for the kids to do.
There's definitely there's another good thing that MarsCon does because they actually have a family programming section where it's just all for kids. And then there, of course, they have stuff for adults, like one of the panels that we are recording tonight. After our panel is about how to write a zombie love story.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't either. That's why.
I'm curious to see.
I want to be there to see what the hell's going on. So, I think we're going to stop here. Charge up our batteries. Make sure everything is good before our next panel.
By charging up their batteries, I mean, like, I'm going to go grab another beer.
You're going to grab another beer.
Head downstairs, and we're going to get back into it.
Yeah, we're going to get back into it and talk to more people. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you, MarsCon, for allowing us to do this.
Thanks again.
Let me get this microphone a little closer. Okay, so he wanted to know everything. Okay, so I wear size 5, and I have bowel movements every day. No.
That's what they're going to use.
Of course.
Hey, we're going with that.
We're going with that. Okay, that's...
Test.
So maybe we don't want to know quite that much, but so we're a group of ladies, and... Stop. Am I recording?
We are recording.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we are a group of ladies from, believe it or not, Gloucester, Virginia. And we are a belly dance troupe, and we do show belly dancing, classical Egyptian, we do tribal American tribal belly dance, and we do fusion.
Okay, right now you guys look like no belly dancing troupe I have ever seen ever.
Well, because you've always looked at the wrong belly dance troupe. So, we are wicked hips, and we are wicked. So, we do what we want, and we listen to some music, and if we like the music, we come up with routines. And we just try to be a little different. A lot of people have the misconception of belly dancers being, sorry to say that, older ladies that are overweight and have a big belly and they're shaking it. So, we're trying to... I'm sorry. That's exactly what it is.
Now, I applaud you breaking that stereotype. I
yes,
really
thank
do.
you. Thank you so much. I mean, we are a little older. I'm almost 40, and I think I'm the oldest in the group, aren't I? Yeah. But how old are you? Yeah, I think she's our youngest at 23. But, we just, we have fun at what we do. And we incorporate belly dancing. And the American way of belly dancing is everything goes. You can fuse whatever you want. So you can use punk music, you can use traditional music, and that's what's so awesome about it.
So what got you interested in belly dancing?
Well, me personally, I actually saw my mom's friend dancing at an event. And I was like, you belly dance? Oh my gosh, that's so weird because, you don't think of your mom being up there belly dancing, so it's her friend that's the same age. But I saw them performing, and I was so intrigued by it. And if you do ballet, you have all these rules you need to follow, and with belly dancing, you can just be yourself and have fun with it.
So, can you guys real quick go down the line and tell me about your costumes? Because you guys look great. You guys have really awesome costumes. You're really going all out for this.
Let's start with Lindsay.
Oh, of course you start with me.
Well, you're at the end.
Well, I like the color red, so I went with red. And, saves the day, is post-apocalyptic, trying to get new hope, saving the day. I kind of threw it together really quick. But yeah, my boyfriend helped me out with a couple things to spice it up a little bit.
Hi. Well, my name is Shaya. And so for my costume, I tried to do something like Japanese manga, like Cybergirl. And so that's why my hair, I have really long hair, you cannot tell right now, but well, it's really messed up. So I went with everything, legging ripped and Japanese warrior.
I've noticed everybody is using bottle caps a lot. Apparently bottle caps are like the material of the apocalypse. Is that that's going on?
Well, I'm Samiksha, and I personally put together half of our belts. A lot of them made their own too, but I have to say half of the belts were made by me. But with my outfit, because it's post-apocalyptic for MarsCon here, I decided that I would be a cyborg because there has to be cyborgs after the end of the world. So I'm half human, half machine.
So what made you decide to do bottle caps for belts?
It looks kind of like chainmail, and it was really cool. Easy to do, just time consuming, and it looks fun.
Yeah, they look great.
Do you do other type costume jewelry, or is this the first time that you've done?
We make a lot of the things we wear, and even the stuff that we bought that's already has a lot of effort put into it, we still have to sew a lot and put a lot of effort into it ourselves as well.
Cool.
All right, I'm Jennifer. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold.
Kind
of sound like a dude in the post-apocalyptic times,
You're like,
right?
hey, I'm Jennifer.
Keep it away. No, well, it was just, it's kind of one of those things that we just kind of threw together, whatever we had around the house, random colored fishnets, and I put on a black T-shirt and gave my husband a pair of scissors and said, "Hey, cut it up." So he had a blast. Just go to town. So we just kind of just threw everything together. We've got just pops of color and fishnets.
So you relived a lot of fantasies that was.
I don't know about that one.
Well, with Bob, you did.
Yeah, kind of going along with the same thing. I have a cold too, so that's why I sound like this. It just put together whatever you can find, cut it up, make it look kind of cool, kind of sexy, and go with it. So yeah.
So that's the overall theme. Anytime y'all perform publicly, you create the costume, depending on the theme that.
Right.
You're gonna perform.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. I wouldn't say so much that we create the costumes every time, but we do have specific costumes for specific styles of dancing. Like if you dance a classical Egyptian piece, you would not wear this, obviously, But we put a lot of why? Well, because there's something like the belly dancing police, and they come and shoot you. Actually, that might be one of the reasons. But you didn't know there was a belly dancing police, man. I'm educating you tonight. But
no, I think what I think is great about your guys' costumes is that like everybody's an individual, yet you guys have a cohesive look. It's really very cool. I mean, like whatever you guys were trying to pull off, you did it. Congratulations.
Well, see, the thing is, too, that some of the people here started out dancing with me, and some of the girls came in much later. So they have a little bit of their own style of dancing, and I totally encourage that everyone stays true to themselves. So the costume should always reflect on who you are, and even though we all have a little bit of different style, one is the more elegant dancer, the other one's the more crazy dancer, like this one right here. And, we do want to make a cohesive picture, but I don't want to have a clone of myself dancing up there, I totally encourage and love when everyone has their own style. And you're going to see that when we perform later on.
Well, I can't wait.
So you mentioned earlier that y'all do different styles of belly dancing. When you do an event, how is that set up, and how do you choose what style to go about?
Well, a lot of times the event will tell us what they want. Like, for example, we do traditional, it's not so much traditional Egyptian, because belly dancing is truly an American art form these days. But it's
Can you
called,
explain that? How is it in American?
Well, you're going to have to look at it like that. Like in Middle Eastern countries, they're going away more and more from letting the girls dance. They are considered prostitutes over there. So no one wants their daughter or their wife or their sister to be a belly dancer because it's a bad thing. And the United States, some of the best belly dancers in the world are actually from the States, and very little people know that, even though the belly dancing community is so big. And we have the freedom over here to exploit. Is exploit the right word? Express, and what I talked about earlier of creating your own style. And so over here, people really pay attention to what is the background of the dance? What is the background of the music? Is this a modern piece of music so I can just go to town with it? Or is this a traditional piece of music so it should have these elements in it? There's a number of Arabic basic beats that you have to know, because certain things cannot be done to a regular beat. You have to have that specific beat to it, And you have to know that as a belly dancer and kind of like know, okay, to this beat I do this, and to this beat I do that, because if I don't, belly dancing police will shoot me, and it just wouldn't be right. But, and so there's like this whole subculture that a lot of people have absolutely no idea. Like the very first belly dancing troupe that toured around the world was an American belly dancing troupe. So, that, saying that belly dancing has become an American phenomenon or something like that, and people over here keep the traditions, and hopefully maybe the people in the Middle East will be allowed to dance again, or the women in the Middle East will be allowed to dance again.
So is there a direct, almost like movement to help liberate those women, to tear down the stereotypes that are, or I guess the stigma that is?
I would say it's not so much a movement, it's just an effort. And, a lot of Arabic people that live over here love belly dancing, and then you see videos from the Middle East where they've maybe invited a belly dancer for a wedding, and the very religious people get up and leave because it's improper to watch belly dancing and things like that. And it's really, really sad. But, what are we going to do? We can only try to portray belly dancing in a positive light and not make it all sexual. We joke about it. We've got short skirts and stuff. Normally our legs are covered. We're normally not quite that open. Like a cheerleader wears a lot less than we usually do. And we try to be very proper, and we try, depending on the style of the music, to really respect belly dancing as an art form and as a cultural form of dancing.
All right, well, real quick, before you guys got to go, do you have a website, something we can promote?
Sure. Our website is www.wickedhipstribal.com. You can also find us on, again, the 3 W's, ela.biz, and come check us out at the Williamsburg Library on the 24th of March. We're having a Tribal Delight Annual Festival, and all of these lovely, beautiful ladies are going to perform, and we have special guests from California, from North Carolina, and, of course, like I said, Wicked Hips, so come check us out.
All right, right on. Well, I'm excited.
So definitely,
you guys are going to be up next. So
definitely, we're gonna videotape everything. I don't know if videotape is the proper term anymore. I'm old.
Oh. Let's post up a couple. Too much wine. Post apocalyptic. So videotape.
Whatever.
You picked one up on the side of the road. Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk a little bit.
Definitely, thank you for talking.
Awesome. Can we get a Sagaree?
Awesome.
Thank you guys so